Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Luke here. I'm back with another video, and today I'm going to be reacting to ESPN's top 100 MLB players of all time. Videos like these take a lot of time and effort to make, so if you enjoyed, please be sure to hit that like button and sub with noties on. It's your best way to show your support to my channel. Both all that being said, let's get right into the video. So I won't go from 100 to 51, I'll kind of rapid fire them because they're not that relevant, and I'd rather talk about the top 50 more than the top 100. But getting it started is Barry Larkin. There aren't too much issues with that one. Phil Niekro, the knuckleballer, not too much issue with that one. Jim Thome, not bad. Adrian Beltre, don't know if I'd have him in my top 100, but I guess gotta give some respect to some recent players. Charlie Gehringer, sure, 320 average is gross, but I know it was early on, but it's pretty gross. Duke Snyder, also pretty nice. Bryce Harper, pretty early to rank Bryce in the top 100. I think it would be nice to see his whole career play out and pan out to see whether he's worth it or not, but not horrible. John Schmaltz. John Schmaltz was gross. He's a great pitcher, so he deserves to crack the top 100. The former J. Roy Halladay certainly deserves it as well. Such a stud. Ryan Sandberg, the former MVP in 1984. I think he deserves it as well. Solid third baseman. Pudge Rodriguez, the catcher. I don't know how many catchers will be on the list, but he's not horrible. I don't know if I'd put him in the top 100, but could have been worse. Shoeless Joe Jackson, okay. Willie Stargell, not bad. Carlton Fisk, another solid catcher, put up some pretty solid hitting numbers for a catcher. Roberto Alomar. So I'm a Jays fan, but I don't know if I'd put Robbie in the top 100. I wasn't that impressed. I guess he had a career 300 average with some solid fielding, so I guess that probably drew ESPN to put him in the top 100, but it could have been worse. Jim Palmer, fine. Paul Molitor, another XJ, very gross at hitting with a career 306 average. Roy Campanella, also pretty solid. Played in the Negro Leagues a bit. Not bad at all. Eddie Collins, okay. Mike Piazza, very, very solid catcher. One, like I said with Ivan Rodriguez, I don't know how many catchers he put on the list, but Mike Piazza is one of the greats, so have to respect it. Robin Yount, very nice. Hank Greenberg, don't know too much about him. Chipper Jones, another solid hitter. I think he could maybe crack the top 75. Same with Vladimir Guerrero Jr. at 77. That's interesting. Cap Anson. I think I'd put Guerrero and even Chipper Jones over him, but not horrible. Rod Carew, nice. Big fan of him. Marshall, not bad. Willie McCovey, also not bad. Justin Verlander cracking the top 75. That's interesting. Definitely one of the greatest pitchers of our generation, so not bad at all. Al Kaline, very, very nice. Harmon Killebrew. Oh, that's interesting. Harmon Killebrew, 256 career average. I guess he was a solid slugger, but I don't know if he'd crack my top 75. Same with Ozzie Smith. That's ridiculous. I think I'd put Vladimir Guerrero way ahead of Ozzie Smith, but whatever. Manny Ramirez, gross. I don't care that he did nothing in the field. He's a gross hitter. Brooks Robinson, I'd put Manny Ramirez over Brooks Robinson, but not bad. Brooks was pretty nice. Cal Ripken Jr. at 66. Only what is that? 3 or 4 spots behind Ozzie. 3 spots behind Ozzie Smith. That's crazy. Cal Ripken's one of the best shortstops of all time. So that's interesting. Max Scherzer, once again, one of the best pitchers of my generation, so have to respect it. Eddie Matthews, very nice. David Ortiz, I would not put David in the top 75, maybe even not the top 100. He didn't put up that, I'd put Manny Ramirez over him 100%. I think that's an interesting one. Mel Ott, very nice. Carl Yastrzemski, also very nice. Whitey Ford, not bad. I know he played pretty long ago, but still pretty nice. Miguel Cabrera certainly deserves top 60. He's put up a fantastic career. Steve Carlton, fine. Pete Alexander, fine. Dave Winfield, I just think there's a lot of people I could put ahead of Dave Winfield at 56. But whatever, we move on. Reggie Jackson, Mr. October, the GOAT. Fine, 55 is not bad. Lefty Grove, played a long time ago. Don't know about that one. Oscar Charleston, I did some research on this guy, and he was nasty in the Negro Leagues. So I think he definitely deserves it. Clayton Kershaw at 52. Once again, probably the best pitcher of our generation, so not bad there. Ernie Banks, very, very, very nice. 274. Played from 1951 to 1971, so a solid 20-year career. And then, so there's the top 50. And then starting off at our 50 spot is Bob Feller. Very, very nice. Threw at an insane speed. Gotta respect it. Frank Thomas, also very nice. Had crazy power and a career 300 average. Is also nice. Don't know who that guy is. Warren Spahn, very, very nice pitcher. 3.09 ERA. I know he played a while ago too, but have to respect it. Ichiro, I think he deserves top 50. He was a crazy hitter. Obviously, no power out there, but had a solid glove and had a 3.11 career average. So, gotta respect it. Wade Boggs at 45. Also very nice. Have to respect it. 3.28 career average. Another average guy, Tony Gwynn, a 3.40 career average. Very nice. George Brett, nice. Nolan Ryan, pretty fair spot for Nolan Ryan. So this top 40 is actually pretty nice. Satchel Paige, once again, amazing player. He played from 1927 to 1965. So he almost played for 40 years in the league. That's crazy. Jimmy Fox, okay. Yogi Berra. See, I don't know if I'd put Yogi this high up, because he played a while ago and he wasn't like, obviously he's one of the legends and had a great career, but like actual skill wise he wasn't amazing, to be honest. Jackie Robinson, 38. In terms of impact on the league, I think he could probably crack the top 30. Amazing player. Joe Morgan, fine. I'd maybe put Jackie Robinson over him. Tris Speaker, 3.45 career average. But he did play a while ago. He played in the 1900s. Josh Gibson, okay, very nice. Pete Rose, hate him as a person, but you can't deny that his hitting was absolutely crazy, so gotta respect it. Bob Gibson at 33. Wow. Bob Gibson, in my opinion, is one of the best pitchers ever, and he's not even in the top 30. He had a 1.12 ERA in 1 year. They had to move the mound back just so that Bob Gibson wouldn't dominate the way he did. That's crazy. I think he'd definitely at least be in the top 25, maybe in the top 20. Could argue the same with Koufax. Koufax was really nice. I know he only played 11 years, but you gotta respect Koufax. He was gross on the Brooklyn/LA Dodgers, I guess. Mariano Rivera. See, I'd put those two as ahead of Mariano. I know he's probably the consensus best closer of all time, but I don't know, man. I think in terms of, like, it's a reliever, so I don't think you should do that. And Albert Pujols at 30. Who made this list, bro? Albert Pujols at 30. This guy in the prime of his career was one of the best of all time. And he hasn't been great for the second half of his career, but still, that is mind-boggling. He should be top 10 at least. At least. He'll hit 700 home runs. Why is he 30? Whatever, we move. Johnny Bench, best catcher of all time. I'd still put Albert Pujols over him. Derek Jeter, still a bit overrated. His glove wasn't that nice, but his hitting definitely was. 3.10 career average. But once again, I'd put Pujols over him. Same with Clemente. Obviously one of the baseball icons as well and is a stud hitter, but once again, put Pujols over him. A-Rod at 26. See, this is just stupid. A-Rod at 26. Wow, so they're really, I don't really care much about the roids. I know they impacted him a lot, but still, I think that he's at least a top 10 player with Pujols as well, so that's just ridiculous. And then finally, for a top 25, Christy Mathewson at 25. Bro, Pujols and, oh my god, bro. Pujols and Rodriguez just destroy this guy. Destroy him. I don't understand. Randy Johnson, okay, fair enough. Ricky Anderson, fair enough. I'm a huge fan of Ricky. Obviously, he played for the Jays for 1 year, so gotta respect the Canadian boy. Tom Seaver, okay. Cy Young, okay. Big impact on the league as well. Roger Hornsby, he was nice. 358 average. That was in 1915, though, so don't know about that one. Frank Robinson, okay. Mike Schmidt, best third baseman of all time. Can't argue that one. Roger Clemens, 17. But the thing is, if you're actually like worrying about steroids, then you'd put Clemens lower as well then. You'd put Clemens with, like, Randy Johnson. So I don't know what he's doing at 17, whatever. Joe DiMaggio, fair. Trout, 15. Interesting. I think he'll end up being like a top 3 player of all time once his career is all said and done. But 15, it's interesting. He's only played like 10 years. What's that? 10 or 11 years. So I don't know. I think we have to let his career play out a bit more. You never know. He could just drop off all of a sudden. But I don't think that'll happen with Trout. And if he keeps a similar trajectory, he'll definitely be a top 3 player of all time. Greg Maddux. I don't know. I think they're being a bit generous for Greg Maddux. I think he's a top 20, top 25 player. And then Ken Griffey Jr. at 13. Once again, Pujols, A-Rod, and Ken Griffey Jr. have to be in the top 10. 12, Honus Wagner, fine. 11, Pedro. Pedro is nice. Pedro's probably the best player of the modern era, so gotta respect it. Stan Musial starts off the top 10. Once again, those 3 players definitely over Stan the Man. Walter Johnson, once again, those 3 players over Walter Johnson, definitely. Barry Bonds at 8. Barry Bonds at 8. Barry Bonds at 8. The best player ever, in my opinion. Wow, so they're taking off a lot of points and stuff for the roids. Wow, that's crazy. Barry Bonds at 8. Whatever. Mickey Mantle. Bonds is so much better than Mickey Mantle. Lou Gehrig, stud of a career. But once again, Bonds way better. Ted Williams, 5. Once again, stud career. One of the baseball icons. Barry Bonds is better. Ty Cobb, another icon. So these are just like the icons, like the top of the food chain, but still, skill-wise, you can't deny that Barry Bonds is better. Hank Aaron, probably one of the biggest impacts of baseball of all time, so gotta respect it. Willie Mays, 2. Again, huge impact. Then Babe Ruth, probably the biggest impact of all time. I know he played a long time ago, but these stats are just ridiculous. He's literally like Shohei Ohtani, but played in the 1900s and was 3 times better. But wow, Barry Bonds not 1 is crazy. But with all that being said, guys, thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you thought this was as stupid as me, be sure to comment down below with your thoughts. But with all that being said, I'm out. Peace.